Things are changing all the time, and it is incredibly hard to keep up with it. I'm going to do my best, give you a little inside scoopage into what I'm seeing happen in Fiverr and the frustrations. And it's going to be a different video for sure. Kind of just set back, get yourself a drink. We're gonna cozy in, kids, and see if we can dial this in. Let's get to it. All right, so what do we got going on? Fiverr is a thorn in my side. It's frustrating, right? So the thing is, honestly, if you're going to get started in this business, Fiverr's where it's at. Like, that's where you're going to get your feet wet. That's how you're going to get started. That's how you're going to get your voiceover business rolling. And there's money to be made. Believe me, there is plenty of money to be made. It's just a finicky girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever you are. I'm not judging, but it could be a challenge. It could definitely be a challenge. And I'm going to give you a little insight into what's going on. So what I've learned is with this new change that Fiverr has made, it used to be that you would want multiple gigs. Now, be that as it may, I know it sounds like we need to have multiple gigs and we should have one that appeals to everything and then very niche specific. It makes sense. Makes sense in my head. It makes sense in your head. But the reality is the way that Fiverr is working right now with their new rating systems, it just doesn't benefit us. It's almost more advantageous to put all your eggs into one bag. I don't know how that saying goes. It's been a day. The truth is, it's been more than a day. It's been a week. If you haven't noticed, I have not put out a video in a while. It's been busy. Okay? So here I am complaining about Fiverr, but on the flip side, it's been busy. So life is good. I'm just taking a step back. You know, we're not doing a gig review. We're not doing consultation. God knows I've been doing a lot of those, though. It's nice to just sit back. I'm going to enjoy a little bit of black coffee here. Do you guys drink black coffee? I like my coffee black. I feel like it gives me the tone that I'm looking for in my voice. I don't like cream. The cream kind of... Why am I talking about coffee? I'm not going to talk about coffee. Okay, where was I? Fiverr. I think you want to make everything go into one gig. You want to put it all there. So, you know, there's an expression in business or marketing called funneling, right? So if you take the big and you make it into the small, it's a funnel. If you can take all the people that come to you and bring them into one gig to maximize that gig, that would be funneling. So that's my new take on Fiverr, and that's where the direction I'm going to go now is I've decided to pause a bunch of my gigs, and not a bunch of them. The ones that aren't really functioning right now, they're not really helping me. So they're not really hurting, but they're also not really helping. So, you know, I apologize for those of you that are just getting started and you're like, oh, geez, Brian, must be nice to have this many options with people reaching out to you. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you. You know, a lot of us are beginners on this channel. A lot of us are not. And a lot of us have been doing this for a while. For those of you that actually have multiple gigs, and if they were like fishing rods, you're working all the fishing rods, this appeals. This is for you. Okay. Deal with it. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. My strategy, I'm going to funnel them into one gig and see how that works. So I'll give you an example. I have my American male voiceover, and then I have my California voiceover or whatever like that, right? 2 big gigs make me a lot of money on Fiverr. I get a lot of orders. That's my majority right there. I'm going to try funneling my California voiceover into the American male voiceover. How does that work? Well, when someone reaches out to me through that one gig, I'm going to funnel them into my American male voiceover. In fact, all my stuff, I'm going to funnel into American male. Why? Because I want the analytics to show a lot happening in this one gig because I'm thinking that's going to help me get to another level or help grow rather than spreading the wealth around and I'm having these, 4 or 5 gigs grow together at slower speeds. I'm going to try and squeeze them all into a funnel so that that one gig that is being funneled in can exponentially grow. Does that make sense? That's my understanding that is going to help. Am I right? I don't know. But I think that's going to be the strategy. Is it going to affect the other gigs? It's going to definitely affect the other gigs because they're no longer going to get orders because all those orders are going to get funneled into my other gig. So that means the analytics on those gigs are going to slowly go away and I won't be doing as well. But the flip side is hopefully that one gig that I'm focusing on is going to do much better. Okay. With this new rating system that Fiverr has, it's spread across. And I really, really think in our industry in voiceover that the benefit is going to be with one. I could totally be wrong. And I know there's other people on YouTube that talk about this, other coaches that say to spread it around. They could be right too. We are going to find out. We're going to find out. But if you're new, my strategy would be just stay with one gig, really grow it. Really grow it. And I know I get pushback. You cannot believe the amount of pushback I get from people that don't like that I say to start with $5 with a lot of words. You have to get the orders and then the money will come. And I hate to say that because I know you want to make money, but it's just, you're not going to make money in the beginning, but you are going to get orders. And I apologize for those of you. That's another thing. Gosh, it's event session. Thank you for being my therapist. I'm sorry to those of you that are not you're not as successful on Fiverr as you want to be. I know there's many of you out there. I know there's many, many of you. I know that frustration very well. I hear it in comments on YouTube. I get emails about it, asking questions about it all the time. And I'm sorry. Fiverr's not easy. And does my advice take you to the top? No. Yes. I'm giving really good advice, but that doesn't mean following it 100% is going to get you to where you want to get as fast as you want to get there. It just takes time and you have to be patient. You have to put in the work and you got to try things. I mean, listen to me. I'm sitting here, feet up, complaining to you and talking about how frustrating Fiverr is and telling you my new strategy because there's so much room for us out there that I don't care. Copy my whole gig. You don't sound like me. I don't sound like you. We're all individual. Let's all go at it together. I'm going to tell you my strategies. It's what's working for me. It's what got me to where I'm at. And if it works for you, good. If it doesn't work for you, I apologize. If it doesn't work for you and you found a better way, come on, share the wealth. Let me give back, right? That's what I'm trying to do is give back. What else? Speaking of giving back, there's another thing that I hear is that it's a struggle and that you don't have the money yet for a gig review or a consultation. I don't say it much in videos. I don't even like to talk about pricing. So I'm not going to talk about pricing. My consultations are they're not extremely cheap, but they're worth it. The gig reviews are cheap. I don't care what you say. Every single person that's gotten a gig review has said the value they get for the amount of money that you spend is just ridiculously cheap. That said, if you just really, really, really don't have the money and you want eyes on your gig and some input, I will do that for you for free. If you want to email me and I'm putting trust in you that if you say to me, Brian, the struggle is real right now. Do you mind? The answer is I don't mind. I don't mind helping you out because I want you to be successful. And me helping you I become successful too. I learn by looking at other gigs too. I don't mind doing that for you. Does that mean my gig reviews now are free? They're not. Please don't be cheap. They don't cost a whole lot, but if you really don't have any money or there's something holding you back and you can't afford I'll just say it's $10. If you can't afford $10 to have me look at your gig and you get a long video out of it, I'll do it for free. I'm sure there might be some people that will take advantage of it, but I'm here for you. Those of you that would like a gig review, it's just in the link in the description below. You click that, you can get a gig review, you're good to go. The rest of you, I feel for you. And I get emails and comments on YouTube videos that say, when I get the money, I would love for you to look at my work. I'm telling you right now, don't let that hold you back. If you really are strapped for cash, just tell me. Hey, Brian, I can't afford it right now. Do you mind looking at my gig? I'd really appreciate it. I know you'll appreciate it. I'll do that for you. I don't mind doing that for you. It's my pleasure. I'm here for you. I want to give back like that. It's all going to come around full circle. I'm sure down the road, a year from now, maybe longer from now, when you're fully successful, you can always be like, hey, Brian, remember when you looked at my gig review? I appreciate that. I don't know. It's all good. $10 is not a lot. I'm not getting rich off that, but it does set a value to it. So, it is nice getting that $10, but I would do it for free if you really need it. I'm here to help. I can't necessarily offer free consultations. That's a lot of my time, but I've been known to give those away for free too, right? I'm a sucker for being a nice guy. I like being a nice guy and helping people out. Anyways, you guys are probably sick of my blabbing on in my therapy session, although this does feel good. This was nice to take a little break from the workload and do a little bit of therapy session. So thanks for being there for me. I really do appreciate it. Maybe we'll do more videos like this. It's a lot of fun. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, all that good stuff that helps out in the algorithm. If you're looking for another great video to check out, go ahead and check out the one on the screen right now. I'm here for you. You're here for me. Let's do it again some other time. See you next time. See ya!